All right, so you clicked on this link because you want to know all about living in Broadmoor, specifically the Broadmoor Estates. We're going to get out and show you what real estate looks like here, show you the Broadmoor Hotel, and give you a little bit of the street tours of what it looks like down here in the Broadmoor area here in Colorado Springs. So stay tuned.
Hello, it's Kalene and Laurie here with Colorado's finest agency here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Even though we love making these videos, we love even more making Colorado Springs your home. So if this is your first time or you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button or the bell. You'll be notified anytime we put out new video or content, and you won't want to miss that. Also, if you're thinking about making the move, your first step is to go ahead and reach out to Laurie and I. It is us who you get, and our phone number is 719-639-3393. And even though we love making these videos, we do love making Colorado Springs your home even more. Okay, so Laurie and I are at the end of the rainbow with the gold pot here in Colorado Springs. So I think Laurie is doing a little outtake, but we drive and drive trying to find like the best place in town for like great footage that's gonna grab your attention and to show you how beautiful Colorado Springs is. And this one just might be it. Look behind.
I know, it's not even gonna do it.
This is Cheyenne Mountain. It's beautiful.
It's even more like has like the red colors in it, like when you're here in person. And so weird. Kalene's like, I know the best
We're
spot
in the middle
to
of a
go
neighborhood
show.
Right
we have a lot of clients who zone in on this Broadmoor area, and we love this area. It's just we'll show you what the houses look like here. But
my favorite.
I know.
I don't know.
They're
I like
gorgeous.
Garden of the Gods too.
It's a lot of house, but it's beautiful.
A lot of house. You have to be wanting like an estate when you're buying down here at the Broadmoor
flat
Estates.
Land here. Well, you don't have a ton of flat land. You can see it's like flat, and then it goes up right into the mountains. And so a lot of these homes could be ranch level homes
nestled into.
But Kalene was like, I know the perfect spot to film. So we're here in this field, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm like, Kalene's more of an outdoorsy person than I am, and I'm like, I'm gonna get bitten by a snake. And there's like bees everywhere. It's okay, Laurie. It's very beautiful, but it's Kalene's making me live on the wild side today.
So what I love about the estates is there's just absolutely endless character with these homes around here. Like you have anything from like an East Coast looking like pillar colonial style home to a modern mountain home to tiled roof and pulling somewhat of a southwestern flair to like your classic like brick homes that look like they're European. Like you have everything down here. I will say, because everything is a very much so a look, a feel, very eccentric finishes. Like you will get gold clawfoot tubs and like paintings on the ceilings. So do know that you're going to probably be buying and probably be adjusting to what your taste is, but you are definitely buying for the area down here and the architecture of a home. So as far as if you want to build what you want to down here, there's not a lot of open land. In fact, I don't think there is any open land active on the market. You might be able to find a lot, look who owns it, see if they happen to want to sell. It'll be a slim to nil chance. So most of the time you are looking at what's already existing here and then figuring out how you can make it your own. Right. It is a whole different price point down here in the Broadmoor Estates. Like you're looking at homes from a minimum of like 1.3 million all the way up to 3.5, 4 million. I've even seen a couple that go past that. It is rare. Typically those homes have quite a bit of land that go with them if you're at the 3.5 million and above.
Right. I will say that, you know, a lot of our clients will zone into this area. It is Cheyenne Mountain District. 38.
Is
I
it?
think
No,
12.
12.
I was like, I'm always
The
mix it up.
schools are amazing
But
down
top
here.
rated schools here in the state, Cheyenne Mountain
Public
12
schools.
public schools. There are
Yeah.
private schools down here as well, but they're also really well rated. It's a smaller district, so you have like one high school. So you talk about,
Mhm.
you know, we talk about Academy District 20 a lot if you watch some of our other videos. This one is a bee on my foot. This one is, you know, smaller district, really high rated. And the thing about this area is we have clients who come to this area, zone in on this area, and we've had clients get in on a complete fixer-upper at 900.
Yep.
Or we have clients who get, you know, want those high-end finishes into the 2 millions in this area. And it's really important to have a good agent when you're shopping in this area for a home, because number one, it's probably going to be like your dream home. It's going to be your forever home. But number two is there's comps are not the same. So you want to make sure you're getting a good value for your offer, because their homes are all unique. And so when you run, if you're in a classic neighborhood, let's say like in Stetson Hills, it's really easy to run comps kind of and see what the market value is. Well, here you really need to know the area.
And you have to know the types of finishes,
Yeah, that's going to add value.
the architecture of the home. A lot of times when we get a home under contract here and we're at inspection, we're going to be bringing in, you know, if you like what you see as far as the location goes, but aren't crazy about, you know, this wall right here, we might have a contractor there to see if it's if you're able to like remove walls and like all of those dreams that you want. We want to make sure that before you go too far into the process that you can do that with the homes.
Right.
I will say this is one of the areas, even when you're buying at like 1.5, even 2 million sometimes, you still have room to do what you want with the home, and we really don't have to worry about you over improving what you already have.
Yeah, there's homes here that's going to pull up that value. So if you were buying a $2 million home, there's going to be a $5 million home down the street to help pull up that value.
Yep.
As you know, make those renovations, because these are older homes and have character.
And you definitely want an agent who is well connected with this audience down here. So you are at the Broadmoor. This is probably the highest traffic as far as, you know, when you come to Colorado Springs, you want to go check out the Broadmoor area. So you have a lot of movement around here as far as people visiting, but you also have homes that have been passed down through some generations, and their, you know, estates, a lot of times it's very business. The transaction is very business from the buy side and emotional from the sell side, because this was their grandma's that their mom then improved, and now mom's no longer there. And so there's a lot of play when it comes to the actual transaction itself, because it's you know, a lot of times it's an inheritance or an heirloom to the family, and this is their last footprint here in Colorado, and they're saying goodbye to that. So you definitely want an agent to take that emotion out of the transaction and be able to do what's best for you as the buyer, the client, when you get into those kind of tough situations.
Yep. So we're going to go out there. We're going to drive the streets around here, just because I know you guys aren't here to see it. You can show you pictures, we can talk about it, but until you get out there and you see it firsthand, you can't experience it. So we're actually going to have to go to the Broadmoor and have a drink by the lake.
For sure.
Which is one of my favorite places. I make my husband take me there.
I will say, even if you aren't going to be buying down here in the Broadmoor, it is such a asset to our community for Christmas. Laurie gave me this idea. She talked about it. She did it with her family a couple of years before, but I rented a limo and had my sister's family and my parents come with, and people go all out for Christmas around here, like drip their houses in every kind of light and, you know, have the shows and whatnot. And it's just beautiful down here. It's like the premium Colorado experience, prom
family pictures. I mean, it's just like gorgeous setting down here. And so so
we're gonna enjoy today, and hopefully you find some tidbits of information. But we're going to show you Broadmoor lifestyle, Broadmoor homes, and what you get when you buy in this area here in Colorado Springs.
So if you're thinking of moving here, reach out to us, 719-639-3393. But let's go check it out.
So we are showing you some active listings down here in Broadmoor Estates. So the home behind me is listed just under 1.7 million. There's over 4,000 square feet and it's a ranch home. So sprawling 4,000 square feet here. It is dated, pretty well dated on the inside. Definitely some very specific tastes that are throughout the home, but structurally and architecturally this house has so much potential. What I want to point out is you are buying for this area, so maybe Laurie can give you a shot of the actual road that it's on. The clubhouse is just past this park here, and you are sitting at the base of Cheyenne Mountain.
So example number 2 here in the Broadmoor. So this home is actually a 2-story home. You can see it's full brick, which is what I love about the Broadmoor, is you have these old historic homes, which you don't really see a lot of full brick houses here in Colorado Springs. So it just pulls a different type of feel down here in the Broadmoor. So this home sits at $2.5 million. It is pretty well updated on the inside. They've done some nice finishes as far as remodeling goes, as this home has passed down from generation to generation. But again, you are paying for this flat lot, this location, and you are right again here by the Broadmoor, probably about a half a mile from the actual Broadmoor itself and the actual Broadmoor golf course. So again, beautiful home, over 5,000 square feet, and this is what you get for almost $2.5 million down here in the Broadmoor.
Okay, I'm back with my seatbelt on. So this is like totally different. It's more of a modern-ish vibe. Oh, and look at our little dear friend by the mailbox. Oh, he's gonna come eat out of my hand. But that's what you get. Look at the one in front of us, Laurie, go left. Then you get, these are like the higher end homes. I don't know if you, it looks like a school, but that's an estate home. I don't even know how many square feet. Like there's an iron gate and a keypad to get into that. But all sorts of history down here by the Broadmoor. Amazing views, Colorado lifestyle. One of our favorite areas of Colorado Springs. So we also wanted to point out, like we're driving through and there's these amazing homes, and look, there's a regular family home that could use some flipping, fixing. Just because of the area, you're probably looking at, you know, $900,000 for a home like that. That one is not for sale, but we're guessing just from the looks of it and the condition, it's going to be dated, and you're going to have to overcome some obstacles. But talk about some great comps that you're competing against right here. Okay, so we are starting to hike up the foothill a little. You can kind of see the golf course in the back. There are very few places here in Colorado Springs where there are very luxury patio homes or townhomes, excuse me. This area by the Broadmoor is definitely one of those. So you can get patio homes, great courtyard areas. Most of the time there is no real lawn area, but there's outstanding decks with views, courtyard areas. You're looking at $800,000 starting price for a luxury patio townhome. Plus you will have an HOA or a property management fee with that each month. Okay, so today we're telling you all about living in the Broadmoor area. So behind me is the iconic Golden Bee. Even if you're here visiting, you definitely want to come here with the family. It's a big to-do. So it's a piano bar where you can request music, you drink beer by the yards. incredible fish and chips and German food. The best part is they flick bees on you. I'll even be showing homes here, and you'll see little bees that you get. I think there's one on the bee right there, but that's kind of a thing. You can go ahead and collect your bees, and if you come here on your birthday, you get a special bee that's a bee with a little birthday hat or candles on it. But check out the Golden Bee. If this is your area where you're living, this could be a weekly venture down to the Golden Bee.
If you live down here in the Broadmoor Estates, the Broadmoor is a huge part of this community. You can see, we'll show you some footage, but tons of restaurants in here. You have Charles Court, which requires a suit and tie. My husband and I will come down here on special occasions or anniversaries. Presidents have stayed here. You have the senior PGA at the golf course here. You have the lakes in the back. A lot of prom pictures are taken here, but an old historic part here in Colorado Springs. It's probably, you can see in all the postcards in Colorado Springs. We're going to take you inside the Broadmoor. We're going to have a glass of wine by the lake just for an honor of you. But we really want to show you this as we're showing you here what Broadmoor Estates living looks like, because this is the iconic part of the community here in this area of Colorado Springs.
Homes in the Broadmoor Estates. So what we've been showing you is all of the estates that are more on even pieces of ground. You can see from this standpoint, the homes in the Broadmoor Estates do start going up the hill of Cheyenne Mountain. They have incredible views. You will have to be prepared for maybe a steep driveway, some less of grassland, but more of that in the mountains living. Incredible views of the city from up top there. They do plow the roads, and there are certain homes that have HOAs, but totally different lifestyle of living that is part of the Broadmoor Estate.